Have you considered the benefits of audiobooks for readers of all ages, young and old? Have you browsed the catalog of Audible or Spotify and found an audiobook that caught your interest? Are you the type of traditional reader that likes to have a hardback or a paperback book in your hand in order to enjoy a good story? Well, if you are able to answer yes to some of these questions, I would like to give you several reasons why you should listen to audiobooks. I think this particular video may be of interest to you. I'm going to list 10 reasons why audiobooks are beneficial. And let me start with saying, did you know that people who learn a second language traditionally use audiobooks to help them? Did you know that audiobooks can be a tool for students that have learning disabilities or people that are struggling to learn how to read? Or audiobooks can be used for those people who cannot read at all. They are able to access literature and enjoy storytelling. And that's all through audiobooks. If you're wondering where I'm getting some of my information, it's from Reading Rockets, which is on the internet. And there's a particular article written by Denise Johnson, and it's entitled Benefits of Audiobooks for All Readers. Denise Johnson lists 10 reasons why audiobooks can be useful. 1, they introduce students to books above their reading level. 2, audiobooks are a model for good interpretive reading. 3, they can teach critical listening. 4, they can highlight the humor in books. 5, audiobooks can introduce new genres that students might not otherwise be aware of. 6, you can learn a new language. You can learn vocabulary words. You can learn a lot through audiobooks. 7, you can sidestep unfamiliar accents, dialect when reading old literature. 8, audiobooks provide an allowed model for listening to stories. 9, it provides a bridge to important topics of discussion that you and your family can listen and discuss. And 10, you can be thrown into a world of storytelling where you simply enjoy the story that is being read to you. I have listened to audiobooks for many reasons, for varying reasons. I'll give you several. 1, I can listen to audiobooks while I'm washing dishes, while I'm getting ready for work, while I'm doing other things in the house. I also can listen to audiobooks, and I have listened to audiobooks of stories that I find boring to read, but yet interesting to listen to. And sometimes at the end of the day, I just don't have the energy to pick up a book and read, but I can listen and enjoy. Sometimes I've even fallen asleep in bed while listening to an audiobook. There are lots of reasons why audiobooks are popular, not to mention the narrators. Some of the narrators are so interesting and are so creative in their delivery of stories that I can't help but enjoy the story. I also find it easy to listen to audiobooks about topics that I know nothing about. And I can always pause and rewind if there's something that I don't understand or something that I missed. I can also do this if there's a certain segment in the story that I truly like. If I want to hear it again and again and again, I can do that. As I'm making this video, I have a narrator, Janelle Tedesco, who is working on my 12th audiobook called Unscrubbed. It's a medical romance, and she sent me the masters last Friday. And let me tell you, I am enjoying myself. And I've always been the type of person that wanted to see my stories on the big screen, but I don't have that type of budget. However, I can have them reenacted and I can get a different interpretation of my story through the audiobooks. And I am loving the experience. When I collab with a narrator, I get to see my story through her eyes, and I get to see it from a different angle, and I get to appreciate it as though I am a listener. I also like audiobooks because I believe that the ebook market is saturated and the paperback market is also it's difficult to produce products because you have to print to have your books made up. However, with the audiobook arena, I find that it's not saturated, and I believe that I can make a mark in that particular arena. So I am working on turning a lot of my novels into audiobooks, and so far I have 12 that are completed and professionally done. I realize that investing in audiobooks is very costly, but I think it's worth the investment, and I think that these audiobooks will pay off in the end, and I am providing entertainment to hundreds and hundreds of people. So I'm enjoying the process, and I am enjoying the experience, and I definitely want to share everything that I've learned with you. In the past, I would get audiobooks from the library, and I would listen to them with my children. And we would all sit around and we would all comment on the stories. A lot of them would be entertaining and have a lot of humor in them, and it would just provide us with hours of free entertainment. As a romance writer, I love the idea of having my stories dramatized. I am currently working on Unscrubbed with a narrator. Her name is Janelle Tedesco. And she has completed my novel Unscrubbed, which is a medical romance. And I am currently listening to it to see if there are any flaws or any errors in the narrating. And so far, I have been fortunate. So far, the story sounds really amazing. One thing I can also say is that I have envisioned my stories being on the big screen. However, I don't have a budget for a movie production, but I do have the budget to have my stories narrated and dramatized in that way, and to provide a certain level of entertainment or a higher level of entertainment for my fans and my readers. My current goal as a writer is to turn as many of my novels into audiobooks as possible, because I believe the audiobook world is not as saturated as the ebook world or the paperback world. So I believe that in creating a large catalog of audiobooks, I will gain attention. I will be collabing with other creative people in the narrating world and in the literary world. And I believe that this will help me to catapult my career in another direction and to gain a whole new audience of fans. When I hear my story, or when I listen to my story being narrated by someone else, I get to see it through their eyes. I get to hear their interpretation of my story. And I think as a writer, that is such a thrilling feeling. And I definitely encourage you to at least do one audiobook, because I think you'll be surprised at the outcome. I think you will be impressed, and I think you will be pleased. I currently have 12 audiobooks under 2 pen names, Elizabeth Griffin and E.F. Griffin. And the genres range from romantic suspense to medical romance to young adult fiction to contemporary African American romance. So I'm covering all the genres, and I am loving what I do. If any of my listeners have created audiobooks, please leave comments below and let me know what your experiences have been, what you like, what you don't like, what you think can be improved upon. I would definitely be interested in reading your comments. As always, I thank you for joining me on my platform, and I'm wishing you love, peace, joy, and happiness. Until next time, bye-bye, and happy writing.